another build. It's another Miata, but this time it's an NA. This is a 94 Miata that was running a little while ago, but now it is on its way to a swap. Sitting back there behind the owner is an LE5 Ecotec motor that he's working on swapping into the car now, and that we're going to be doing some consulting and working on some wiring with him. So he'll tell you a little bit more about the car and we'll go from there.
So it's a 94 Miata with almost 200,000 miles. We did a compression test in stock motor. It was around 120, 130 PSI. So we figured boost was pretty much going to be out of the way. So the next thing I started looking into was a swap that would give me close numbers, and the LE5 Ecotec swap from Ecotec Miata in Canada came up. And they're quoting you'll be around 200, 170 to 200 wheel horsepower and wheel torque, which is pretty impressive for a lightweight car, which is the reason I went with it. The cost compared to it is almost about the same price. It's going turbo. Sometimes some people say it's a little more, it's a little less, depending on what features you want to go with. For me, having comfort was important because I plan on driving it to events. So I'm getting the AC and the power steering, which is an extra, around $1,200 probably or so. So that's pretty much it. I called the Boost brothers over here so they could help me sort out the wiring because I'm not that good at it.
So this is what we'll be consulting on and working on here. So the wiring is actually not that bad, and although this is our first Ecotec swap that we worked on, the ECM is a standard GM ECM from the mid-2000s. So the wire colors and the plugs are very similar to some of the LS swaps that we've done that run some of the E-series ECMs. So we'll be looking at some of the diagrams, cutting out some of the wiring that's unnecessary. Stefan's already cut out some of the wiring down here for the automatic transmission, and we'll be doing more of the same. And the next portion is basically interfacing the harness from this motor with the stock harness in the Miata and eliminating some of the circuits in the Miata that are no longer necessary.
So Stefan is going to tell us a little bit about the upgrades he has done so far on the Miata.
Well, so far it's been mainly cosmetic. I did go with the Meister R Plus coilovers, their track edition ones. They're 10 kilograms in the front. I think they're 6 kilograms in the rear. They're pretty stiff, but they are adjustable. When they're softest setting, they're not too bad. I did go with the Flying Miata Willwood big small brake kit. I think they're using the dyno lights on them. Along with that, currently the car is sitting on Kone rewinds, but I actually ordered some Kone hypergrams on it. They're going to be 15 by 8.5, and I'm putting some Nitto NT 01s on it, 225, 45, 15 tires. So it should be pretty sticky. I think it's going to be enough to definitely have fun with the car. Interior wise, I did go with 2 Sparco Sprint V or Sprint 5 seats. I'm doing a Nardi Deep Corn 330 millimeter steering wheel that's leather wrapped. I did buy a hardtop. I actually bought a whole entire car that came with a hardtop, and the hardtop was completely destroyed. I'll send you some pictures of it so you can put it in, but I did go back through and brought it back to life. Currently it is plasti dipped till we decide to go ahead and paint the entire car, but that's going to be a little ways down the road. That's pretty much all of the stuff that I've done to it right now. I am doing a 6-speed swap in it from the 01 Miatas, which is right there beside the 5-speed, and I am going to be running a South Bend Stage 2 clutch. I think it's the endurance one. It's good for about 280 horsepower or so, which is going to be plenty for what I'm planning on doing. But that's pretty much it, I think.
How much is the suspension setup on this car?
Right now it's on sale for I think $9.95 shipped. Usually it's around $1,300 or so. I went with it just based on the reviews from overseas over there in the UK. They seemed pretty happy with it. I was pretty happy with it, but once again, I only drove the car about 80 miles or so before I put it back up on jack stands to pull the motor.
And the seats are Sparco, you said?
Yeah, Sparco Sprint 5s. I actually ordered those from topracingshop.com out of Poland. Really fast delivery, really happy with their response.
And is there a particular reason you chose those, or?
They fit really well in the Miata from what people are saying. I know they're not the most comfortable racing seat you can get, but this is not a daily for me, so I'm not too concerned about that. I wanted something that was going to be lighter than the factory seats and fairly decently priced.
So I think this is going to be a pretty amazing project when it's all said and done. How do you plan to use this car?
Main thing I think it's going to be used is just driving through mountains and the curvy roads, maybe some autocross, and hopefully some HPD events. That's pretty much the plan for it for this year. Next year, we'll see where it goes.
Excellent. All right, good luck with your project, and we'll check in with you.